And it is my promise to everyone here, when I am president, we will continue our fight for working families of America, including to raise the minimum wage.
Boo!
And eliminate taxes on tips for service and hospitality workers.
Do it now!
Write a bill. You're
campaigning against yourself. Piss off with this bullshit. And then the worst part is she's campaigning against herself. Outside of the projection, we need to bring costs down. Sure. Go ahead. Go ahead, Egghead. Go ahead. What now? Now tomorrow, Egghead. Yes, now. I want to get into the projection that you were seeing from the left. Have you guys noticed that? You can comment below or smash the rumble button, hit like if you see that the left they're practicing projection as a strategy. But let's lead with this. After weeks of ducking the media completely, Kamala finally announced her first policy platform. And though this isn't projection, it's just plagiarism, I figured it was a good jumping off point because you should know that it's plagiarism as well. The platform, removing taxes on tips.
And it is my promise to everyone here, when I am president, we will continue our fight for working families of America, including to raise the minimum wage.
Boo!
And eliminate taxes on tips for service and hospitality workers.
Do it now!
Write a bill. You're
campaigning against yourself.
So many people.
And she did the opposite of it. I'll get to it because it's a fact that when I get to it, I'm sorry, I couldn't help myself. Does anybody else see this shit? I will. Just do it now, today. Today, you could do it today. We all know Biden's not doing. He's dead. He's probably dead. I mean, I pray to God that he's not. He's certainly not alive mentally. You could do it today. But where else have we heard this? Oh wait, that's right. President Trump said the exact same thing many, many times beforehand.
No tax on tips. We are going to not charge taxes on tips, people making tips. It's called no tax on tips. I will eliminate taxes on tips for restaurant workers, hospitality workers, and anyone else that gets tips. No more taxes on tips. I also have no tax on tips. We're going to have no tax on seniors' Social Security, and we're going to have no tax on tips. Very simple.
Very simple.
So not only is there plagiarism, but Kamala Harris cast the tie-breaking vote for the Inflation Reduction Act, which, by the way, increased IRS monitoring requirements for tips. Now, to be fair, she voted for no tax on just the tips.
Oh,
she does.
Come on, that's not something she'd ever support.
No, or use for political gain.
That would never happen.
We're better than that. So she, as vice president, says the IRS needs to take more of your tips. You got to make sure that Uncle Sam knows what's going on with your tips. Donald Trump comes out with a wildly popular, by the way, policy platform, and she copies it.
Yes, but not before the left. Actually, if you guys research, go back. I think Robert Reich did a post on this. When Trump announced no tax on tips, they came out immediately and attacked it.
Right.
And showed data how this wouldn't help anybody at all.
Oh my God.
Do no good.
Yeah,
I was
especially not the servers.
Yeah, no, it wouldn't. Literally, I didn't agree with the data at the time, but I'm like, I bet they're not doing that now.
No.
I bet Robert Reich is not posting about it now.
I would bet you they are not posting about it now.
You suck, Robert.
That's,
Whoa, that was sucker and loser.
That's better.
Yeah.
There are other words I can't say.
He does, though. I do believe. And by the way, that's okay. It's 2024. So.
I don't mean he sucks like that.
I do.
Maybe.
But it's okay because it's 2024.
He's a
matter of fact, it's a good thing. It's a beautiful thing. It's better than sex regular, which could result in children in population because it's 2024.
That's right.
It's more loving.
We don't
so let's get to, we saw the plagiarism, the projection. They are just accusing you and Donald Trump of doing exactly, and let me please lay out the case here and check the references. Here's the claim that you see from the left, okay? The claim they have made, this is no surprise to you, but I want you to believe your lying eyes, your lying ears, that Donald Trump is a threat to and will destroy democracy.
If Donald Trump wins in November, He will continue to attack equality, take away freedoms, and undermine our democracy.
Donald Trump is a threat to the democracy.
Donald Trump is an existential threat to our democracy.
Democracy.
Is she asking a question there?
Here's the truth.
She was reading. That's obvious.
Kamala Harris, as it relates to democracy, received 0 votes.
God bless America.
0?
Not
That's how many you need, though, right?
14 in their version of democracy. Yes. 14.4 million Democratic voters chose Biden in the Democratic primaries. Okay. Kamala Harris did not. She's the only person in modern American history to find herself whisked into this role with no democratic process. And by the way, I even just mean democratic process for the Democrat Party. That's like it's a double whammy on no democracy.
If it's 0 votes, does that make it a unanimous decision, though?
I guess that's a good point.
So, what are we arguing?
That is a valid point.
Yeah.
And nobody didn't say.
Donald Trump is a threat to democracy, says the woman who has been installed into office with coffers of hundreds of millions of dollars that were never donated to her, but Joe Biden, because she is the least popular vice president ever. Okay.
It's like,
And I think Biden admitted.
it's like a third wife, getting everything. You're the least popular wife I had. I had 4 of them.
Yes.
I think even Joe Biden admitted he was forced out.
Yes.
In an interview he did over the weekend, it's like, oh, so you forced this guy out. That's democracy?
I forced him out democratically.
Oh, what'd you say? You're going to take off his week?
We voted to take naked pictures of him in the pool and blackmail him. It was a vote. So here's another claim that they are making. Again, the projection. You're a danger to democracy. They have no respect for democracy. The projection here is Donald Trump, duck and don. He's afraid to debate. Donald Trump is running scared.
A desperate and scared old man.
He's scared.
He's running scared.
Donald Trump is running scared.
He is scared of Vice President Harris.
He's scared. He's scared talking about Donald Trump, being scared to debate her.
He's afraid. He's probably afraid to debate her.
Trump is running scared to a safe place.
Oldest presidential nominee in history
That's a
is
problem
running
now.
scared.
And Donald Trump is scared, and he should be.
Trump is running scared.
Certainly afraid to lose an election to her in
That
November.
guy's afraid of a
Donald
brush.
Trump didn't want to debate Kamala Harris. He is scared to do so.
Donald Trump is scared. This is Trump running scared.
And running scared. Is Donald Trump okay?
Okay. So again, the theme today is projection. Here's the truth. Kamala Harris has done 0 press conferences, 0 interviews, and answered 0 questions in real time.
Oh.
Nothing.
It's been 22 days since Biden was forced out and counting. 22 days, 0 press conferences, 0 interviews, 0 unscripted questions in real time.
Jeez.
Here's another truth. Contrast with Kamala Harris. The scared Trump and Vance have been unbelievably available. You're talking about Vance, the impromptu press conference on the tarmac in Wisconsin, 3 interviews on Sunday shows this weekend, just this weekend alone.
Not friendly shows.
Not
either.
friendly
He went to
shows.
the Lion's Den.
Donald Trump went to the National Association of Black Journalists, right, the NABJ. He was there. He had a Mar-a-Lago press conference. Tonight he's going to be interviewed by Elon Musk. And again, he's the one running scared. Kamala Harris, 0 interviews, 0 press conferences, 0 questions. Projection. And it's sick. It's twisted. These people are mentally ill. Here's another truth. As to the debate claims, it is Kamala Harris who is refusing to debate Donald Trump. Here are the facts. Donald Trump has agreed to not 1, not 2. I know what you're thinking. Maybe 2.5. 3 debates.
3 debates?
The first debate.
Hold on. No, you can't. You gotta.
Okay, he wrote this. The first debate with Kamala Harris will be on Fox News on September 4th, 2024, live from beautiful Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Lots of Amish, lots of wood. The second debate will take place on Fake News ABC, home of George Slapadopoulos, to be anchored by David Meir on September 10th at Independence Hall in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. The third debate will take place on NBC in Grand Rapids, Michigan, on September 25th, 2024, to be anchored by Lester Holt. I don't know what race he is, but he's not bad. Details to follow. I look forward to seeing Kamala at all 3 debates.
DJT. Like we don't know.
DJT.
DJ.
You know me. So they say Donald Trump is avoiding debates. 3, agreed to 3. Kamala only wants the ABC debate with the anti-Trumper George Stephanopoulos, and she will not agree to another debate until after that one, largely to gauge how it is that she performs. Let's go through, by the way.
Of course that's what it is.
Of course that's what it is. And why do you think she might pick ABC? Well, look, check the references. The link in the description. Let's look at their ties. George Stephanopoulos was a Clinton campaign advisor. John Karl, he's the ABC chief White House correspondent. He wrote 3 hit piece books on Donald Trump. Martha Raddatz blamed Trump's rhetoric for his own assassination attempt. Dana Walden, Disney executive. Portfolio includes ABC News, longtime personal friend of Kamala Harris, and worst of all, ABC is the place that hosts The View.
The Holocaust isn't about race.
What?
No, it's not about race. No, it's about
You sure
race,
about
but
that?
it's not about race. This is white people doing it to white people.
Fine.
But by the way, ABC, NBC, CNN, he's agreed to go. Let's just assume that you think Fox is going to give him softballs all night long. He wants to go on 3 different debate stages that are anti-Trump.
After having already done one.
One, right. So CNN, I'm including that one. He wants to go on 2 more not friendly locations.
Yes.
And then one Fox, she's like, no, we're not going to do anything until after this debate, because if I suck as bad as Joe Biden sucked, then I am not going to do that to myself again.
Right.
That's what she is thinking.
Think of the projection here. Don, he's hiding. He's scared. Interview. Show up at a conference where they're hostile. J.D. Vance, interview. 3, one day. Press conference. Interview live on X that will, where you're doing it without a net. Nothing. Not one interview. Not one press conference. Not one question. Debate. Donald Trump says, I've already done one. Okay. We got 3 more. All right, let's go. She says, nope, only the one on the network that has direct ties to the DNC, including my personal friend. And then we'll see after that. Projection. Kamala is scared. Kamala doesn't want to debate. Here's another claim that they make.
Before we go to the next claim, how can they make that, how can the media push that lie when they're the ones accepting the debate, like NBC, ABC?
They want to push the lie. That's it.
We've agreed to the debate, but he's the one scared.
It's as simple as that. They know they're lying. That's it. It's that simple. The media lies. It's no longer ignorance. They are lying. They saw the polls, they saw the assassination attempt, and they are panicked that Donald Trump could be president again. And so now this is the first, it's by any means necessary. They don't even have the veneer of being honest, let alone objective. Here's something else that they claim, again, projection, that actually vote for this administration because crime went up under Donald Trump.
And make no mistake, violent crime was up under Donald Trump.
Okay, here's the truth. No. And the reason they're saying it is because the American people have listed crime as one of their most important election issues. And overwhelmingly, this administration, the Kamala administration, has done poorly with crime. So let me give you a few key facts. Murder rates are up in major cities across America. Okay, Minneapolis, Waltz's Minneapolis, murder is still up 150% compared to pre-COVID. And the little wordplay that they're using, like Pete Buttigieg said, I encourage, go look at the crime statistics. Go look at the crime statistics. And you'll notice this uptick. And then in some places, just boom, it drops. That's because crime reporting statistics were completely changed. They're underreported. 1/4 of law enforcement agencies don't report crime stats to the FBI at all. They completely changed the reporting functions. They completely changed the way that they measure crime. So actual violent crime is up in the places that measure it comparably. They were going up consistently under Joe Biden. It is irrefutable. They pulled a statistical trick. Again, it's projection. Crime was up under Donald Trump. Vote for us to be the party of law and order? What? You're the party of defund the police. You're the party of summer of love. They should burn. They need space to destroy. They're not going to stop, nor they should stop. It is projection. I'm telling you, they had a meeting and said, we're just going to drive him nuts. We're just going to say that he's doing the things that we know we are doing. That's Saul Alinsky 101.
And by the way, you said it's a trick. Let's rephrase that. It's a lie. Like, they're lying about crime stats. When John Oliver says, no, the unit wasn't notified until July, he's lying about that. In every case that they're talking about,
you're right.
The debates, they're lying about it. It's not just a trick anymore.
No, I'm sure he takes the subway.
Right, though.
Yeah, exactly.
He probably takes the subway, goes downtown all the time, probably.
Yes.
Hangs out himself.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I'll leave this like one of you. I'll eat myself a shawarma.
What?
So here's another claim. The projection is the theme. And this is because they know they did this, right? So just don't let this work. Really, just anytime someone tries to accuse you of something, they just go like, "Rah!" Just swat it out. Give it no credence. Just boom. Parry that jab and move right back in their face. Republicans are the ones, you, Donald Trump, and Republicans are the ones who killed the border bill.
We had a chance to pass the toughest bipartisan border security bill in decades. But Donald Trump tanked the bill because he thought it would help him win an election.
They have flashing boo signs for the audience to know when to boo.
Yes. And by the way, it's the same person who, was made the border czar, and the media reported on her as the border czar, and now say that she was never the border czar.
Axios.
So here's the truth. Again, this is a projection. He killed it. We could have done something. It wasn't a border bill. Okay, $118 billion bill with only $20 billion of those dollars going to the border. For contrast, $60 billion went to the Ukraine. Also, $0 went to the wall.
Oh, well, that's
so maybe Donald Trump did oppose it. Maybe Republicans did oppose it. Maybe everyone here did oppose it because we have all been talking about border security and a wall for a very long period of time. $20 billion out of $118 billion, largely going to process illegal aliens.
Oh, so more people in.
Just to make them
more
legal.
people can come in.
No.
Is not a border bill. They're accusing you of doing exactly what it is that they are doing.
Well, they're accusing Donald Trump also of doing things while not in office.
Right.
Like maybe he has influence on a few people, but I mean,
I hope he does, and I hope he helped kill that border bill that wasn't a border bill. How do you get to call it a border bill when less than 10? You're talking about less than 20%. At first, it was less than 10%. Then the final bill, less than 20% of the bill is going to the name of the bill. It's like buying a can of Coca-Cola and it's 90% Fanta. Like I ordered a Coca-Cola, like it says it on the can. It's not in the can.
That's when you start fighting.
Yes.
that might be good though.
Could be.
No.
I doubt it.
Especially with some nice Takis, the extra fuego.
Oh, yuck.
Yeah, that's what my stomach says, but my heart says yes. So, even though it's clogged.
Yes, it's running hard.
They're projecting now, we're serious, we're the party of law and order. We are the party that are willing to be, we are going to speak to the people despite giving no interviews, despite answering no questions, despite no press conferences. We are the party. Does anyone actually believe that the Democrats, leftists, are the ones who are serious about the border? I don't think so, because if you go to the Reddit cesspool, the place where you see leftists, day in and day out, you go to any leftist publication, message board, they were all saying it was racist to enforce the border. That's why the bill included no money for the wall. They are not serious about the border at all. Just yesterday, Catherine Harris reported on blatant failures to collect DNA of border crossers, which, by the way, is required by law.
They don't care about that.
And the lapse in doing this, collecting DNA, it may have contributed to the murder of Rachel Morin. Can't state it definitively, but we can state that people who are murdered at the hands of illegal aliens are people who would be alive if the government did their job in the first place. They are projecting so... have you ever, genuine question, have you ever seen a more clear example of this? I mean, think about Barack Obama. He wasn't so much projecting, he was contrasting. More of the same, hope and change. It was kind of vague, right, and it made people feel good. But he actually wanted to delineate himself from George W. Bush and John McCain, who were seen as war hawks, right? Saying, hey, Code Pink, I hear you, no more wars. In this case, they have no platform to stand on, which they also
had a platform, too.
Right.
Obama had a platform. He had policies to stand on.
He had something resembling a platform.
Yeah.
In this case, they don't, so they say Republicans have no platform. Okay, hold on a second. Drill, close the border, and deport. Those are the first two steps, Donald Trump. What are yours? Also, he said no tax on tips. Well, what are you going to do? Well, we need to unite. It's time. We're going to win this. Play Beyonce, freedom. They're projecting everything that they do onto you, onto the right, onto Donald Trump. And if you don't believe me, I think it's more perfectly crystallized in their newest and our favorite ad.
This election, we have a choice to make. Democracy or the single greatest threat to democracy, Donald Trump.
I'm saying, what the hell did I do for democracy?
Donald Trump wants to ban plastic straws. But Kamala understands the struggle of replacing plastic straws with paper straws.
It's really difficult to drink out of a paper straw when if you don't gulp it down immediately, it starts to bend.
Yes.
And then, the little thing catches it, and then,
Donald Trump claims to be a self-made man, but he actually got his start in public service, servicing senior citizen and San Francisco Mayor Willie Brown.
So, of course, I did 25, 30 years ago. And so what? What does that got to do with anything?
See, Willie admitted it, and he banged Montel Williams, too. He did it because he's racist.
Paid for by the Kamala Harris for President campaign.
It's an effective ad. I'll give them that.
Yeah, wow.
It's
I believe
effective. So let's look at this again. You have the plagiarism, but Kamala Harris and the left, they're projecting in every facet. What is it? Okay, Donald Trump's destroying democracy, or he will be a threat to democracy. Despite the fact that he was president, he relinquished power, and Kamala Harris is the one person in modern American history as a presidential candidate who went through no democratic process. He's running scared. He won't debate. He's already done a debate with Joe Biden, who you then ousted. You forced out, again, through an undemocratic process, and he's agreed to 3 more. Okay. Even though you have not done any interviews, any press conferences, or answered any questions. Crime, yeah, but we're the party of crime. Conservatives, you're the party of crime. The Back the Blue people, the people who said Black Lives Matter shouldn't be allowed to riot and destroy. $500 million of damages in just the great city of Minneapolis, Tim Walz State. Okay, so they are the party that has witnessed crime skyrocketing, but they actually say that it's Republicans who are the party of lawlessness. And then as it relates to the border, actually, Kamala Harris, even though she's not the border czar, right? Even though she wants you to know that they are very effective on the border, but she is not the border czar, despite the fact that the media claims she was a border. They actually tried to get things done on the border. It's the Republicans who have no interest in securing the border. It's your fault. Hey, you watching right now, conservative American, why do you not believe in democracy? Why do you refuse to debate and engage in a form of ideas, running scared? Why do you want this country to be riddled with crime? Why don't you support the police? Why do you support the rioters and looters, conservatives? And why, conservatives, do you not believe in securing the border? Piss off with this bullshit. And then the worst part is she's campaigning against herself. Outside of the projection, we need to bring costs down. Sure. Go ahead. Go ahead, Egghead. Go ahead. What now? Now tomorrow, Egghead. Yes, now.
Here's a pen. Make it happen.
We need to secure the border. Go ahead. We need to bring crime down. Yeah, go ahead. Now? Yes. Not tomorrow. Yes, now. Go ahead. Okay, boss.
But it's close to closing time, though.
Yes.
You've got almost 6 full months to do it.
That's how it feels, though. You go into like a restaurant and 10 minutes before they close and they get all mad.
Yes.
We're closed. Well, that's how it feels right now. She feels like she's done working now.
Yeah.
I'm running for president. I'm done working. No one's, be back next summer on the White House door.
It's like she has a case of senioritis and she's letting you know what she is also not going to do in college.
You're gonna catch her smoking cigarettes in the hallway.
Yes. That would actually make her quite cool.
It would be so cool. She was like unburdened by prices of cigarettes.
Unburdened by the emphysema that has been.
Yeah, that was better. Thank you.
By the way, this is why this is lying. This is election theft.
Yeah.
The media's job is to arm you, to provide you with information so that you can make better decisions. That's really their only job. That's the job of the news. It's not really the job of entertainment, but it's the job of the news. When they don't do that, they're actually robbing you of someone in that role who would actually serve you. It's like with ESG and DEI, they're not actually designed to help serve the customer anymore. They're designed to serve elite in power who can continue to consolidate that power in spite of what you want. Every now and then you break through. You saw it with Bud Light. Hopefully we see it with Dunkin' Donuts, with them naming yours truly and asking Rumble to ban us, and we appreciate Rumble having our back. This already is election theft, and that's why we have invested millions into the election live stream of the century, November 5th, 2024. Please do join up. It's $89 annually, $9 to go mugless each month. We have boots on the ground. We have a live electoral integrity map. Oh, that's loud.
Oh, hey,
Sound to
sorry.
it. Look
A
at that.
live electoral integrity map where you'll be able to go in real time and see any shenanigans going on. So we report on it now. We cover it now so you see it leading up. But that night, nothing is going to happen where you will still have questions because we lost sleep over it. Go to louderwithcrowder.com/mugclub and do consider joining up. We do need more of you to make sure that not only do we do it this year, but we can be around in 4 more years. We have a 4-year plan to do this and to do it right and to fundamentally render legacy media irrelevant. Can't do it without you.
Watch Louder with Crowder live Monday through Thursday, 10 a.m. Eastern.